We've just entered the transfer window and we still can't bring in any players because we have got no wages. But we've got an interview. Hello and welcome to episode 59 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games of the third round. In fact, it's all third round, everything. Third round of the Papa John's Trophy Northern section against Manchester United under 21s, and then we have an FA Cup third round tie at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest, who we've only just played in the Chelsea save as well. So it's coming up that the teams are the same, but as mentioned in the preamble, we have also got an interview. More about that in just a moment, but before we do have a look at that, let's just check on how things are going. Obviously nothing been played since the last episode, the 2-1 win against Sutton United and a 3-0 thrashing from Bristol Rovers, our first loss since way back in September against Preston, I think it was. Then Bristol Rovers started that unbeaten run, which run to about 21 games in the end. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19... 20 games. That doesn't feel right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Was 20 games. In fact, 21 games. Or 22 games. Not including 21 games. Not including the friendly that we played. So 21 games in all competitions, unbeaten. And in the league, I think we did a rather good job as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games unbeaten in League One, which has propelled us up the table. Of course, just to recap, let's have a look. We are currently in 8th place with 42 points from 25 games. Still have a couple of games in hand over Derby immediately above us. And then a game in hand over Charlton and Milton Keynes Dons. But even if we were to win that game in hand, we would only have 45 points. I think we could propel ourselves up to about 5th as it currently stands. 5th? Not quite. It would be goal difference. So we'd certainly be up to 6th as it currently stands. I guess we're doing well. And the other thing to just note, of course, is we are 17 points now. 17 points clear of a relegation. Bradford City still in that relegation position in 21st place with 25 points. So we're working our way to avoiding relegation this season. That's the main task, of course. If we look at the club vision was to attempt to avoid relegation, and at the moment we're doing splendid with regards to that. Right, the other thing that we have hanging over us is this in-job interview. The Airdrieonians board have invited you to attend an interview with them to wish to discuss your possibility of becoming their new manager. The board are extremely impressed with your exceptional performance at Buxton, which is why we have identified you as one of our top candidates. One of the reasons the board have decided to offer you an interview is because they feel you would be an acceptable fit for the club's realistic vision for the future. The interview will give the board the opportunity to discuss their ambitions and plans with you in more detail so we can reinforce our belief in your suitability for the role. Airdrieonians, I couldn't say it, are in the Scottish Championship, Cinch Championship. They founded in 1878, currently in 4th in that division. Can we have a look at that division, please? There we go. Airdrieonians, having played 21 games, they have 30 points, minus 1 goal difference, 9-1, 3 draws and 9 losses. It's one of those. I think the premise of the game is we have a look and we say, right, we're currently earning here 1.8 thousand a week. I have a contract until the end of next season. We've got history here. We are turning the corner here. I mean, when I first was nosing around, it really was a case of we weren't happy because we thought it was all going to collapse around us and we weren't doing so well. But if they were to say offer me ridiculous amount of wages, then it may be worth us moving. So we're going to do the interview. I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm going to do the interview and then we'll come back and I will tell you what has happened with regards to the interview. And obviously then we will wait to see if they offer me a job and then we've got a decision to make. Well, we're just back from the interview. Lee Lau, the chairman at Adrionians, and it's gone all right. We'll see what the outcome of it is in due course, of course, and see if we get a job offer, and if so, how much they are offering wages-wise. And well, obviously, like in real life, will determine whether we stay or whether we move. Right, without any more ado, let's get on with the episode. First game up in the episode then, it's Manchester United under-21s in the Papa John's third round. Obviously, we haven't played them before. And all I can say is this is the last round of the Papa John's Trophy that is a split north-south. It goes to quarterfinals after this, and that is played nationally. So quarterfinals up next if we can get past Manchester United under-21s. Can we pick ourselves up after the 3-0 loss to Bristol Rovers? Let's hope so. And before we look at the side that will face Manchester United under-21s in this Papa John's Trophy match, a little bit of transfer activity started to be able to move. We managed to finally move the transfer budget into the wage budget. It allowed us to do it. So we've squeezed things around a bit. We've got 2 players come in on a trial. We've got Arthur Rogers, who he's a 29-year-old. He's a midfielder, a central midfielder, and he's better than Regan Griffiths and Romain Mundell. He's a bit old, so he hasn't got a lot of potential, but we've tried to discuss a contract with him, and he's wanting silly money, so that's not going to happen. And then also down the bottom there, you will also see Harrison Burrows. He's a wing back, can play in the defence, left defence wing back. He can also play as a midfield left player. He can also play as an attacking midfield on the left. He's better than James Tilley and Tyrese Omotoy. He's 4 stars current ability, 4 to 5 star potential ability. And as you'll see in any of those roles down that left-hand side, he is the number 1, or would be the number 1. We have been in a position to offer him a contract. He's got a way to think about it. So he could be our player coming in. He is suspended, or would be suspended for this next match. He's not going to be available anyway, but could be suspended. Papa John's 1 match, so he's going to miss. He would have missed this game, but we'll see if he comes in. And on other news, if I go back to all transfers, Adam Prizebeck, he's been sold to Queen's Park Rangers on a freebie. He has saved us some wages. He's bumped his wages up there at Queen's Park Rangers. Obviously wasn't doing a great deal here. We brought him in, but I think he was a bit after and rated as a D. So, yeah, I think we've managed to offload him, and hopefully we might get a couple more go out before too long as well. Financially, it would push us over if we bring in the player that we've just think. Whether that pushes us over the wage budget for FFP again. Hopefully not, but we'll see. But we've been allowed to have it. The other person coming in is Saja Manafa. He is an attacking midfielder, plays in the centre, can play central midfield as well. But as you'll see, he's right down the pecking order. But we've brought him in on loan. Just give us a little bit of extra security. He might get some game time. We'll see. Just gives us a little bit of another option on the from the bench, basically. So let's go and have a look at the team then that will face Manchester United under-21s in this Papa John's Trophy game. And here is the team that will face Manchester United. We have reverted to a 4-3-3 formation with a defensive midfielder. Thomas in goal then. Scanlon, Brown, Williams and Clark make up our defensive line. McDonald as the deep line playmaker or defensive midfielder. Griffiths and Duddy-Zack in front of them. Omotoy out on the left. Smith on the right. Burns leads the attack. Killip, Linton, Tilley, Moss, Gamble, Walsh and Viner all on the bench. And here we are. This is how we face up. Our 4-3-3 formation. And Manchester United under-21s. Interestingly, De Gea is in goal and Anthony Martial is up front. Not that we should be too worried. First highlight, 11, nearly 12 minutes in. And De Gea out, but McDonald cuts that out in midfield. Playing as the deep line playmaker, of course. Johnny Smith comes in. He's got support out there. Scanlon crosses the ball in. He's tried to look for Burns, but Omotoy there. Omotoy tries something else. Duddy-Zack back to Clark. He's got Clark in support. He fends off the defender, crosses it deep for Omotoy. Omotoy's had to go just slightly too high. And our second highlight gives us a free kick 27 minutes in. Scanlon with that free kick. He's had a go and the goalkeeper's De Gea had to do something with that and pushed it out for a corner. Johnny Smith with the corner then. Buxton faithful in. That's a poor corner really. Omotoy comes forward. Omotoy crosses it looking for Burns. Didn't find him, but Scanlon's there tidying up. Scanlon. Back to McDonald, Griffiths, Duddy-Zack. Is Duddy-Zack going to have a go? He is. Just over. And I highlight Manchester United with a throw-in on that far side, but it's a poor ball. And Griffiths manages to sort it out, tries to get it forward to Burns. And Manchester United come forward again, and Martial's there. Oh, Martial's got it in. It's a goal. It's gone in off the post. And we go a goal down after 41 minutes, I think it is. Oh dear. In fact, 42 minutes will go on the clock. Curling shot. Question of offside as well, I think. No, he's onside. Being played on. Oh, in fact, I didn't realise Thomas got his hand to that and pushed it onto the post. Oh dear. And a throw in on that far side. Brown to McDonald. Can we get back on terms before half-time? Would be good if we could. Johnny Smith, we're relying on you. Crosses it in. It's in. And Tyrese Omotoy gets his 7th goal of the season. And it's 1-1 at half-time. Thank you for the extra time at the end of this first half. Got us back level. Johnny Smith cut it back. It's come off the defender. Poor defending, really, and Omotoy will suck those into the back of the net. And half-time comes pretty much on cue. 11 shots, 4 on target, 0.98, 48% of the possession. They've had 3 shots, 1 on target. The goal, of course, 0.27 and 52% of the possession. We need to improve our possession in the second half. Shots all right, on target, probably a little bit better, but we'll take that for the moment. We're okay. We just need to up our game a little bit. And Manchester United have brought Clifford on for McDonald, and they have a free kick, a first highlight of the second half. Nearly 50 minutes on the clock. Forsen, and it's gone out of play. I don't think he touched that. De Gea to Clifford, who's come on for McDonald, as I said. Martial. And the goal scorer left him to go run down that wing. He's cut that in. Oh, it's come back over the crossbar. Oh, what's... I think it's blocked and gone out for a corner. It has. He was bobbling around. It was a sure goal. I thought Forson crosses this in, but Thomas claims that. And with 63 minutes on the clock, making one change, Sam Burns, he's looking ill-disciplined and not doing it up front. So Therese Omatoy's going up as the main attacker. James Tilley coming on the left side of attacking midfield. And with 18 minutes on the clock, made a raft of other changes. We'd already taken Sam Burns off. Therese Omatoy has come off, and we've brought on Moss for Omatoy, but we've had a swap around. Smith going left, Moss going out on the right, Tilley is going up front. And then we've taken off Kieran Brown, brought on Patrick Gamble, and Regan Griffiths has come off for Walsh. But McDonald has moved up into the right side there. Duddy Zak moving over as the Mazzala. And no more highlights. It goes straight to penalties. And we're going to have a look here because we haven't got that many decent penalty takers on the bench. I've just realised that could cause us a problem, or at least we hope it's not going to cause us a problem. We're just literally going to have to go with the top 5 here and just hope that we can see our way through. So it's penalties against Manchester United in the Papa John's Trophy third round then. Give the team a team talk. We have home advantage. Make it count. That's not been a good team talk. Let's get underway. Martial is first up for Manchester United against Thomas. Can Thomas do some heroics here? He can. He's saved the first one from Martial. And Liam Walsh, be good to get us underway, Liam. And he sent the goalkeeper, De Gea, the wrong way. It's 1-0. Asugo. And if Thomas can save again here. No, he sent him the wrong way. It's 1-1. James Tilley next up. And straight through the goalkeeper. That was lucky. But we go 2-1 up. After 2. McNeil is next up. And Thomas has saved that one. We've got to be in a good position now. 2-1. Johnny Smith scores this. And he's not as a poor penalty. 2-1 after 3. Forson can put them back level. And he does. 2-2. Patrick Gamble. Oh, that was lucky as well. 3-2 after 4. 3-2 after 4. And if Thomas saves this one, we go through to the quarterfinals of the Papa John's Trophy. Can we do it? Collier. And he's put it, whoa, high up in the top right-hand corner. 3-3. And Duddy Zak has to put this one away. And we are through. If he misses, it goes to sudden death. And he's put it away. We're through to the quarterfinals, knocking Manchester United out on penalties. 4-3 on penalties. And that Omatoy goal after 47 minutes bring us back on terms. And not a bad day. We've had 14 shots, 5 on target. Didn't really get many on the target in that second half. 1.04. They had a better second half. 1.53 on the XG. 9 shots, 4 on target. We were lucky, really, to survive to penalties. But we are through, which means that we possibly will have a draw at some point. If we have, we'll come back for it. Well, there's been no draw. There's been no mention of a draw. So at some point or other, it will come up. And if it does, we will have it when it comes up. Just a little bit of news in the inbox. We've had the question from Adrionians. Following your recent interview, Adrionians invite you to suggest any changes you make to the Adrionians backroom staff setup. You'll be able to request hiring members of the backroom whilst enjoying the freedom to alter the contracts or dispense with the services any staff currently think. So that usually means you're going to get a job offer. So we haven't had it yet, but when we do, we'll assess it and make a decision what to do. It might even be a spin-off series, possibly. Can we do that? I'll have words with the powers to be. Let's get on then and have a look at the team that will face Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup third round. And we revert to our 4-2-3-1 for the game against Nottingham Forest. Thomas in goal, Linton, Sass, Davis, Smith and Tomlinson are our back line. Mundell and Pedder central midfield in front of them. And then we have Scanlon and Manafa making his debut as the attacking playmaker. Omatoy out on the right. Burns plays as the starts up front, albeit he's not in particularly good form, to be fair. Killip, Gamble, Williams, Moss, Griffiths, Dudizak, Viner, Tilly and Smith on the bench for this one. And this is how the two sides face off at the City Ground in Nottingham. And they are playing a very defensive formation. Steve Cooper, of course, still manager at Nottingham Forest. Raya in goal then. Diallo, Darling and Harwood Bellis are the flat back three. Farabota and Lotumba are the wing backs. O'Brien and Shootard are the defensive midfield players. Gibbs White and Angerin are the attacking midfielders. And Eddie Nketa is the attacker leading the attack. And on the bench we have Numov Hammer, who in real life I think has just got Coventry. Trying to think who it was. Got Coventry through to the Gus Hammer. Yeah, has just got the Coventry through to the final of the championship. Savio, Awoni, Green, Ciraletta, Mabe, So, Finback and Scarpa. They're all on the bench. And our first highlight, just literally over a minute in, Gibbs White with the free kick. Finds Nketa and back to Nketa. Nketa's going to launch one. It's taken a deflection. Diallo. And they're going to come at us again. Ooh, just over the top. Free kick for Nottingham Forest. Diallo, O'Brien, and it's through. But Scanlon wins it and then it's lost. Adrian. Oh, it's gone wide. Lotumba with a long throw to Nketa. Heads it down to Angerin, but Sass Davis is there. Pedder out wide to Scanlon. Scanlon comes forward now. Can we get him on the counter? Oh, he's giving away Lotumba. He can't hang around with these boys. Nketa, but Mundell tries to get a foot in. Didn't fall right. Putting him under pressure. Manafa. First time we've seen him. Not done anything yet. And that's through to Nketa. Nketa's in space. And surely he was offside. Possibly not. It stands. And with 22 on the clock, we go a goal down. No, he stayed onside. It was very... It was a question of offside. But we'll see here. Just fractionally played him on. Who was it? Sass Davis. Just fractionally playing him on. And well brought down and well scored. And Nottingham Forest again. Lotumba. And Scanlon cuts that out. Manafa. Oh, it's a poor ball. Looking for Burns. Couldn't find him. And Farabota crosses that ball in for Angerin. And a free kick. Gibbs White swings it in. It's gone in. They've got a second goal. Harry Darling And we go 2-0 down after 40 minutes, and we're going out of the FA Cup at the third round against Nottingham Forest. And we've got through to half-time. They've had 14 shots, 4 on target, 0.99 on the XG, 55% of the possession. We've had just 3 shots, of which one has been on target. 0.10, 45% of the possession. We've got to be better in the second half. And we have a free kick. Tilly is on for Manafa. First highlight of the second half. Tomlinson with that free kick. It's headed clear. Scanlon brings it down. Smith. Omatoy's there. Oh, and he's had a second attempt at it. And then Tilly has a firing shot over the top. Raya with the goal kick. So long ball is headed down. We got to be careful here. Nketa, Latomba's got space, and it's been cut out. Linton cut it out to Scanlon, and with 17 minutes on the clock, making a number of changes. As I said, at half time, we did bring Tilly on for Manafa. We've also now taken Sam Burns off and brought on Perry Moss. Romain Mundell has come off in midfield and been replaced by Reagan Griffiths. And then we've also taken off Callum Scanlon on the left side of attacking midfield and replaced him with Johnny Smith. And that ball in, Thomas is going to collect. I'm guessing the highlight will lead to something else, as otherwise it seemed a very pointless highlight. 18 minutes on the clock now. And it's rolled out to Smith. Smith to Sass Davis. Sass Davis comes forward very gingerly. You'll be careful here. Griffiths through to Omatoy. Can we get one back here? Omatoy misses. Howard Bellis and launches that one forward, and Smith not underneath that. And it's through Awayani, and Thomas has saved it. Linton is there to clear up. He's got it out to Moss. Moss gets it forward to Omatoy. Omatoy still has it. Pedder to Moss. If we could get one back here, it's really in the balance. Moss comes into the area. Moss has a go himself, and it's in the side. In fact, took a deflection. It's gone out for a corner. Tomlinson with a corner then. Swings it in. Pedder heads it back in. Sass Davis! He's come back off, and oh, it's all happening. And with 84, nearly 85 minutes on the clock, making our final change. Tyrese Omatoy's not had a good day. He's really off form at the moment. I'm not sure what's the matter with him, missing shots. Really should have probably put a couple away today, and he's put us in a bad position. Tilly's gone up front. Duddy Zach has come on as the attacking playmaker as we go in hunt of to see if we can get at least a goal back. Gone attacking. We've got nothing to lose. And no more highlights. It's all over. Eddie Nketa and Harry Darling in the first half, putting pay to our chances of going through to the fourth round. Really didn't think we would ever possibly get there. And, well, we'll just move on very swiftly. 2-0. 16 shots. We did have a lot more shots in that second half. 4 on target. 44% of the possession. 2.22 on the XG. So, as I said, really should have put those chances away. 22 shots. 8 on target for Nottingham Forest. Not out and out, really. 2.68 on the XG, 56% possession. No fourth round draw for us this time. We'll just simply move on. Well, nothing else to report. No signs of a job offer, and no signs, nothing in there of a job offer, and no signs of a third round, of a quarter-final draw for the Papa John's Trophy. I will record that as and when it comes up, and we'll see that in a future episode. We're going to play Rotherham and Derby County offline. We're going to come back for Charlton and Shrewsbury as we head towards the end of the transfer window to see if any more transfers are in, and obviously the Adrianians' offer of a job, in which case we may well be coming back sooner than we think. So we'll be recording that as and when it comes up. As I say, whether I take the job or not, I'm still thinking in my head, really. Though it's a nice offer, it's not really the right time to move. It's not like we've got as far as we can. and I think there's still a job to do here, and I think we could probably still do it in League One. Yeah, I think, Rotherham 17th. Derby's going to be a big match. Charlton is a big match. Shrewsbury, so we got Anyway, we'll see what comes up. Rotherham and Derby offline. Charlton and Shrewsbury in the next episode. I hope you join me for that one. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this. To Be a Legend, and of course our other save, Making Chelsea Stand Proud. New series released whenever we get to the end of the series. Chelsea looks like it's coming to a culmination, and if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. New episodes to Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It will be episode 60. It's out on Thursday. Till then, have a good week. Bye bye.